What's good, family? So mash that like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. So, your man's Mr. TikTok. Yeah, the TikTok undisputed, undefeated TikTokagram champion, 100%. Ryan, the TikTokagram champion, undisputed champion of the world. Ryan, TikTok. Garcia, 100%. He's been woofing on some more about this, that, the other. But listen, from now on, I ain't going to cover no more woof from Ryan Garcia. I'm only going to cover the bits that make some sense. Yeah, because he do way too much of the other stuff, just talking for the sake of talking. Here we go. Ryan Garcia. I'm down to be really transparent about negotiations for the Wank Davis fight. In quotes. I think it's quite obvious where we're headed towards, Garcia said during the aforementioned conference call. I mean, I've spoken about it so many times. Obviously, once I get past salmon and tuna, definitely I'm going to be campaigning for that fight with Gervonta Tuk Davis. And like I've said as well in the past, I'm down to really be transparent about the negotiations, the whole process through, to really prove to the people that I really want this fight, and in no way would I not actually want this fight. That it's not a front. So, however I could be transparent legally, as much as I can, to show that I'm definitely willing to make the fight happen. I'm willing to do that. And yeah, I want to fight Gervonta Wank Davis next, after I beat Fortuna. He goes on. Garcia has publicly indicated he'll do whatever is necessary, presumably within reason, to make a Davis deal work. It won't be his fault, according to Garcia, if he doesn't fight Gervonta Wank Davis next. I think I'm all about the truth, Garcia said. And, the way the media has always, and not even just the media, just the way these managers and people just try to spin off me. Because it's so easy to look at me and say that I'm ducking, or we're not, because of all the things I've said. But it's really being set up by traps and illusions by these promoters and these managers to make it seem like I ducked out of the fight in some way, when the facts are that I never ducked the fight and I always tried to make it happen. So now I just try to find ways to really exploit the truth, and just to try to really, clear the smog or clear the fog in the way of the truth. And this is the way I feel like I could do it. It's being really transparent as I can be in every step of the way. Just as I was with the Isaac Cruz negotiations. And it came to show that they didn't want the fight. And I wasn't the one ducking, regardless of people always trying to fit the narrative that I'm not trying to fight. That's really not the case. Now, I mean, obviously this video is about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, but I'm sorry, I'd love to, any Ryan Garcia fans out there, yeah? Any TikTokagram champion fans, please let me know about this situation. He says he proved that, honestly, I actually want to see the information. You just heard me read out, Ryan Garcia just said he proved that it wasn't him with the Isaac Cruz. Now, who did he prove that to? Because as far as I'm concerned, you man know I spent X amount of my life involved in this YouTube boxing business. So, like I said, as far as I'm concerned, it was proven Ryan Garcia was ducking. I didn't hear, honestly, I haven't heard any information that exonerated Ryan Garcia and showed that it was Pitbull Cruz ducking. I haven't seen that one. And I'm sorry, the logical information never made sense to me. A man who goes in there with Tank, and not only goes in there with Tank, we've seen many fighters go in there with Tank and go in there to lose. Isaac Cruz gave Tank his hardest fight ever. So not only did Isaac Cruz go in there with the toughest fighter of the division, he also went in there and gave the toughest fighter his toughest fight and showed him really no respect. So I'm really struggling, but then listen, anything can happen. Is there a chance that Isaac Cruz was scared to fight or didn't want to fight Ryan Garcia? Absolutely. I think it's a minute chance for the reasons I've already explained. How can a man that goes in there with Tank and is prepared to stick it on Tank and to walk down Tank, how can that dude not want to go in there with Mr. the champion, the TikTokagram champion of the world? I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But Ryan Garcia alleges he proved that it wasn't him. Where was that proof? Someone show me that proof then. Because it makes no sense to me. Why would... Listen, Cruz has no belts. He's really got nowhere to go. And also, most worstly, he's an awkward fighter. No one's signing up to fight Isaac Cruz. So why would the man who's got really no options turn down his biggest payday 10 times over? Turn down the massive fight? Explain that to me. And I'm sure it was ordered. That's what I don't get. How he couldn't have pulled out. This is what happened from what I understand. The WBC ordered Ryan Garcia versus Isaac Cruz. At which point, all of a sudden, the WBC then changed their mind and cancelled it. Why did they cancel it? Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, bear in mind people, Oscar De La Hoya is very tight with Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC guy. Golden Boy ran to Mauricio and told him, listen, get that mandatory off now. Do not put us in a situation where we have to fight Cruz. So the WBC changed it and cancelled it. At which point, Ryan Garcia then came back into the cut and said, yes, it wasn't me. I think that's probably what he means. He means the fact that the WBC was the one to cancel it means that, he proved it wasn't him. No, it was you. I don't care what no one says. I don't believe, unless some of you TikTokagram champion dudes can show me the evidence. Cruz turned it down. Because Ryan does a lot of talking here, but where are the emails then? Show us the email. You just said you want to be more transparent. So where was this data drop? Where was this data dump where you've exposed Cruz? Yeah, because never mind, if it's one thing being transparent with Tank, great, if it happens, which I'm skeptical about, but why not show us the insides of how the Cruz deal fell through? Because that was another huge fight for the fans. I'm keep telling you, man, as well, there's a common theme here. Notice, there's never ever any problems with Ryan Garcia versus Tego, Ryan Garcia versus Fortuna. Yeah, fights get done quick. Is it? I don't know, you tell me. Is it a coincidence? All the bum fights get done quick. But the minute Ryan Garcia is linked with a real fight, and I'm sorry, but it's one or the other. Either both Tank and Isaac Cruz are scared of Ryan Garcia, or Ryan Garcia is the one that's scared. It's one or the other. Because Tank, I'm sorry, but as much as Tank Davis is scary, Ryan Garcia is one of the fights he would take, I believe. Same as Isaac Cruz. And Isaac Cruz isn't scary, but Tank, we know Duck and Devin. However, I'm confident Tank will be all over Ryan Garcia fight. Because the numbers are there, and it's easier than Devin and Shakur. But both of them fights fell through. Ryan Garcia versus Tank fell through. Ryan Garcia versus Isaac Cruz fell through. And we were meant to believe it's not him. But like he said, listen, I'm going to give him another chance. I gave him one chance when that video came out of him on the phone with Mike Tyson. He was airing out Tank. That was the first video, really, I got into Ryan Garcia a year or two ago. I was like, wow, yeah, this guy talking his shit. And then nothing happened for 2 years. But if he's saying he's going to put this stuff out there, then let's see it. What worried me to some extent is where he says, where was it? I'm not sure where it was, but within this statement I read out, he says, I'll do as much as I legally can. No, don't tell us what you legally can do. Just do it. Yeah? Because I'm sorry, there's nothing legal. It's a fight contract. Yeah? We're not talking offences here. We're not talking crimes. where you're saying, well, we can't speak for legal. No, there is no legal reasons. Yeah? When you sign a contract with someone, unless there's some NDA, which there shouldn't be, you're signing do you want a boxing fight or not? What's there to have an NDA about? What's that? Yeah, your purses are disclosed anyway with the board. So what exactly? NDAs are there for to keep things secret. Why? A boxing contract, okay. How much you get paid, the date, the venue. What exactly needs to be non-disclosed about that? But again, the reason they say that, legal reasons. It's a nice cover, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I'd love to show you, but legal reasons. And that's what I'm saying. It's well and good Ryan Garcia saying, I want to be transparent. Don't tell me you want to be transparent and then tell me, well, I'll do as much as legally as possible. No, it's all legally possible if you both want to fight. And that's the thing. I've never heard of any details being disclosed being a problem when both men want to fight. When when fighters, are playing games like, oh, I'm not going to fight you because you disclosed this. It's a bit like Wilder and AJ. Back when AJ sent a $120 million offer, Wilder was saying, oh man, we're not doing deals with Eddie Hearns. Yeah, Eddie Hearns, he said his name's Shella Winkle. What? You're not doing a $120 million deal because Eddie Hearn called your manager Shelley Winkle. Oh my God. Yeah? That don't make no sense to me. I ain't trying to hear that. So yeah, Ryan, just make sure you do what you said you're going to do. Yeah? The whole lot should be screen cap every email and send it through. Yeah? Simple as that. That's really as simple as it gets. Really? Sit down. The old days, they used to do it. They'd sit the fighters down and just do it there and then. For example, you can watch on YouTube Nigel Benn versus Chris Eubank. A huge fight at a time. That fight was signed on TV. That used to be the thing. To stop people getting into all this politicking and hiding. Yeah, both men have the contract, boom, sign it. Oops, you're nowhere to hide. But these guys, these new age guys, these zesty cats, they like it. They like the ambiguity. They like to hide out. Oh, it was him, it's him. He said, she said. They like that. That's how people like Benavidez and Ryan Garcia can carry on fighting bums for $500,000 to $1 million. Let's fight bums. Hide out and pop up. Oh, I'll fight him next. Yeah, no more of that. Ryan Garcia for me has got no more chances left. And the fact he's doing this now, it's one of two things. Either he's being genuine or he's just throwing the fans some more meat to keep him busy. Oh, I've got no intentions of fighting anyone, but let's throw him the next bit of bait. Yeah. I'm gonna be completely transparent. Yeah, my bets right now, unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's more bait. And I think, don't forget people, Ryan Garcia has been having these weird bum fights, Tego, Fortuna, every time. Oh, next. But you said that after Tego. In fact, you said that before Tego, and we're now 2 fights after Tego, and you're still telling us next one. Anyway, man, let's see how it plays out, 100%.